Hello, welcome with me, Winner Android, speaking out very lot of last time where I pushed out of the Balkans, taking over a good chunk of Europe, that is for sure. And pushed quite a bit over into Russia, I guess, and the Middle East, and getting all of Northern Africa under my control. And yeah, this episode, just going to be taking over the rest of the world, to be honest, at this point. So yeah, aggressive expansion's basically at 100 at this point, so fight a single war that goes over 100, going to be fighting a coalition at that point without question. So yeah, let's see, all my armies are reached there. Which country do I want to go after first? I guess I could go after them. Yeah. I have a truce with them from the previous coalition still. Okay, sure. In that case, guess I gotta go for some others then. Guess I'll go after these two right here. That puts the aggressive expansion over 100. And those two countries both had allies or here in South America for some reason. Sure, whatever I guess. But yeah, that there will be. That should start another coalition. This should. I'm not sure if it actually will, though. Take them over along with our ally, I guess, because in that way I will kind of be able to start actually doing something over here when it comes to the Americas, I guess. I can use this like a little outpost for that stuff for now. I'll take that stuff there just to clean up borders, pretty much, and that's it. So there we go, got that done. Clean up the borders around here a little bit when it comes to this area. Alright, there we go. Send a bunch of those troops back over there across the Atlantic, because I do not need this many over here in South America. That is for sure. Also, honestly have no idea why these islands have not actually been colonized yet. But I guess I can do that during some of the off time during this episode or something, possibly, while I wait for wars, kind of like I currently am. I'm going to have to wait for these peace treaties to actually end, aren't I? Should be about to end right now. Apparently, they just colonized those islands. Sure. Okay. Well, at least someone's colonizing them, I guess. I don't have to do it myself. Who's this one? The Inca. Okay, sure. That still hasn't been colonized, though. Inca has also colonized those islands. Damn. Meanwhile, the Pacific still hasn't really been colonized at all yet. Why are they colonizing these islands instead of the Pacific islands over there? No idea. But, yeah. I think I may have to fight another war, considering the coalition hasn't actually started yet. So that's annoying, but whatever. Denmark is apparently at war with Sweden, and they are winning. Huh. Okay, so go to war with them right now. There we go. Just take all of that land in the Iberian Peninsula. This I honestly don't really care about, but I guess I could do something over here just to kind of clean up the ugly borders, I guess. Alright, I guess that's what I'm doing there. A lot of restructuring of these borders is what's going to happen here, I guess. Alright, that looks much better over here at this point. Though I think I'd rather these countries didn't exist, but whatever. They need to be dealt with by them. If they don't eventually deal with them, I'm going to have to deal with them myself. It shouldn't be too hard, to be honest. But, yeah, there we go. Come on. Where is this coalition at I'm waiting for? Give me the damn thing already. Okay. Guess I'll do the next war, which will be taking out this lot here. But I don't think I'm going to take them over completely. I'm going to hold off on that. Everything over here in the Arabian Peninsula will be mine. Alright, there we go. That's good. Now, will you all form a coalition finally? Please. Come on. finally actually want to fight a coalition and you're not forming one against me now. Okay. Sure. XOR then. Still no fucking coalition for some reason. So wipe that country out down there, and I'll go ahead and wipe that one out as well. Just clean those borders as well. There we go. Better over there. Good. Now you're a vassal of Ethiopia, so I'm not going to actually attack you yet. But at this point, I think I'm done over here in this area, Middle East and everything. So I think I'll see about turning my attention to Africa. Alright, sure, that just happens there apparently. So, their independence is being guaranteed by them. Sure. And you have an alliance with that country. Alright. So go toward both of them. Send it toward all 4 of those countries there. Okay. I guess that's all I'm doing for right now. But yeah, I guess I'm just gonna be fighting random wars until the AI gets off their fucking ass and decides to actually form a coalition against me. And until then, I'm just going to continue doing this and just taking your countries completely, I guess. Nice. Basically got all of Western Africa under my control now. But that's there. Now I guess this is my next group I want to go after. Get this area dealt with. Especially considering I think they are dealing with rebellions right now. Oh, you have an alliance and defense pact to those countries. Well, okay. You have a defense pact to the Congo. You just have an alliance with that country there. Sure. So that's all the countries I am now at war with, which POS currency also includes them, because they had defense pact with each other. Okay. Sure, whatever. All 3 of them wiped off the map. Next up, this group. Take both of them over, I guess. And now for this one, which has an absolute mess of borders because of the Congo. So I will definitely be cleaning up these borders. Actually, do I actually want to clean up these borders at all? Because this would be perfect for getting all these countries to actually go toward me to coalition. If they did, that would make it so I could clean up this entire area very easily, because they'd all be at war with me during the next coalition. Okay. I think I'll hold on to these provinces for now, and just wait to see if a coalition will actually finally form against me. Which I'm really hoping it does. Because if one doesn't, I'll just go ahead and sell the crap, I guess. Actually thinking about it, who would actually form a coalition? England, without question. They're second strongest in the world. Okay. Come on, England, get your ass all up already and fight me. I think a coalition starts, I will end up taking all this land that they have over here in the Americas for whatever reason, just to kick them out. Considering they're this country over here in Indonesia. I really don't feel like they should have that stuff over there in the Caribbean. But no coalition has formed yet, so I guess I will be going through and selling this land that I don't care about here. There we go. That's the best I can do when it comes to cleaning those borders up, I guess. So, what country do I want to be going after next at this point? Oh, fucking finally! Aragon's the one leading the coalition. They don't even actually have a border with me. And they're only the 9th strongest in the world. But finally what started. God damn. Okay, so guess I could go in, take a bunch more of this stuff over here in Europe, for sure. I could take a chunk of land off of them. But I don't think I want to take them over completely yet. So maybe only push up to around here or something, I guess. Meanwhile, over here, I could actually just go ahead and take all this stuff, I guess. Maybe. Of course, I want to take most of that stuff in Africa. Or here. I guess I could do decent bit of work, I guess. Taking out, taking a good chunk of northern bit of South America there, and the Caribbean as well, considering every single one of those islands is open for me to take. Nice. Okay then, let's get this going. My troops really shouldn't have any problem whatsoever when it comes to fighting this war, to be honest. With how large it is. The main problem they're probably going to have is the fact they have that's there in South America, but they also have to defend. Okay, that's how I got dealt with. Nice. Actually got defeated by some other country there, because they were fighting someone else. Okay, your parents yet war some of these countries over here in the Americas, and they won and took that. The fuck? Alright, I'm going to be fixing up that crap, that's for sure. They're definitely not going to get to keep this stuff over here. No way I'm allowing that. Now these countries are completely independent over here. Great! So they took the fucking land and then they continue to hold the damn shit. Oh well, whatever. Armies are finally going on more of an offensive. Okay, most of the stuff in Africa is dealt with. All that's there is done. Okay. Finally, armies actually getting crap done pretty quickly at that as well. Okay, that's everything in Europe done pretty much there. We just got bits and pieces over here to finish off. Same when it comes to Africa. And they almost got everything in South America done. There you go. They haven't really touched Canada at all yet. Of course. Okay, everything over there is dealt with. They still have more to do in Africa still. Okay. I guess I could go ahead and end it since that's basically all that stuff right there. Besides a few islands out and around so they ain't get colonized, I guess. So, yeah, there we go. Let's get this done. Get this peace treaty dealt with. Okay. I think that will be the extent of what I am taking here. Taking all that stuff over here in the Americas. Not really touching the stuff that England has over there in Canada. Not taking much of Aragon, just this northern bit so I can kind of clean up this area afterwards. Of course, wiping out France, taking England out of mainland Europe, taking out them, a little bit off of Denmark there, taking all of this stuff here off of them, along with a stretch of lands there just to kind of straighten out that border, while I also take over those two countries. And then of course take over everything in Africa, which I will probably sell a chunk of these, I'm guessing. So, yeah, there we go. That is the end. That's there. Aggressive expansion is actually over 100 still. Honestly, don't have a problem with that, because it should technically mean that I will have another coalition formed against me sooner than later. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty good right here at this point. So, assuming that a coalition does not start, I will go around cleaning up stuff like that's there, getting all these little things in Europe dealt with, and the same thing over here in Africa, but the next coalition has just started. Alright, so, don't have to actually do that manually. I can just wipe all those countries out now in this coalition. Great. And they are the ones actually leading this one. Interesting considering they're, of all the countries that are left, they kind of have the least amount of a border with me. Seriously. That's probably like the closest I am to them border-wise over here. And that's it. I don't even control anything in the Americas or anything, so that is the closest I am to them, yet they're the leader of the coalition for some reason. Sure, whatever. And they just lost a bunch of land. Great. Honestly, this is probably going to actually make things a bit harder for me to actually occupy all the lands like I want, because they're so out of the way. Yeah, that might be a bit of a problem. especially considering how large my country is at this point. Should I go and recruit an even larger army? Because my troops barely even really start an actual attack over here yet. Because they have to keep going back to the Finns' lands. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Go and recruit more troops right quick. Alright, I think that should be a total of 90 armies now. I'll know for sure once I have all these generals recruited for them all. Yep, that is 90 armies total now. So I just recruited another 40. Nice. There we go. That is all of them dealt with completely. So now my armies will start attacking the rest of them. Very good. Nice. A little bit over here in China. And that is everything in Asia completed. Okay, Sweden apparently took some stuff back there. Let's check South America. Okay, just that little bit's there. Otherwise, it's just the western half of Canada. Alright. Okay, I think that is everything completely occupied on this one. Yeah, okay, nice. So, time for the next peace treaty. Great. I just noticed this country's capital is all the way over here. The country all the way over there managed to get all of South Africa under their control. Damn. Oh, whatever. Taking them all over. I don't care. And same happens over here. Take all that stuff. Don't care at all. Now, this country here also getting wiped off the map now, along with the others around here. Okay, I think that's what I'm doing this time. Kind of just trying to clean up these borders over here in South America for the most part, before I really go all out and just wipe the rest of them out. Taking everything over here in Central America, of course, again. Taking everything in mainland Europe over here. Not really doing anything when it comes to Denmark for now. Taking that little bit of land off Sweden. Taking all of this land. I'm pretty sure next time I will go ahead and finish off Novgorod there, and I guess Sweden and Denmark, I guess. And I'm wiping out all these countries, of course, as well. So, next time, with the next coalition, I guess, get the rest of that stuff in South America there. Take more stuff around here in Central America. Finishing everything in Africa, of course. Take all of Scandinavia. Maybe do some stuff when it comes to the British Isles. They're not entirely sure considering all that England has under their control still. Probably wipe out Delhi completely and get a chunk of that land off Yuan. That's currently my plan for the next one, I think. But my aggressive expansion is under 100 at this point, so that means no coalition for now. Alright, so go through, kind of try and get some of this extra stuff done, I guess. Okay, so because aggressive expansion is under 100, I guess to get that back over 100, I will fight these countries over here in Africa. Finish all of them off completely. There we go. Okay, so that did send the aggressive expansion over 100. But I doubt that's actually going to get the coalition to form, to be honest. Just have a feeling that one's not going to form. I just realized that India's actually not that bad when it comes to borders. Just got this one country over here along that coastline there. And got all this controlled by one country pretty much. And then Delhi with that stuff. Also, I was apparently wrong when it comes to coalition. They went and informed them. Oh, they're the second strongest now. And they do have a border with me. England's been knocked down to 6th place. Oh god. Guess that's what happens after fighting multiple coalitions against me. But yeah, everything in Africa's already been dealt with. Got all that fully under my control. I'll be able to take these islands as well here, which is great. And I'm basically at war with everything in Asia. Nice. And pretty much all of North America as well. Okay. I think at this point I will probably see about trying to start wrapping things up quickly, I think. Start taking a lot of more land over here in the Americas and over here in Asia. So I can finish this with another 1 or 2 coalitions, I think. Yeah, I think I'll take the entire East Coast over here in this coalition. So I can wipe out all these smaller countries and everything. And kind of clean up the mess of borders over here that England has. Okay. Almost have all their entire country over here under my control. It's got a little bit over here to occupy. Pretty much. And that'll be done. Nice. Okay. The armies are attacking the rest now. Very good. And they lost a bunch of that land to them. Alright. Sure. So one coalition after this, I'll basically have the entirety of South America under my control. I guess I could set things up so the same applies to North America. Yeah, I could do that. If I do that, I guess I could just push my border up to here and take over both of them completely. Along with the rest of the countries. Yeah, I think I might do that. Really want to see more of this occupied over here. Come on. Come on, armies, get stuff occupied already. Okay, my army finished everything in South America. And they almost have everything in North America as well. There we go. Good. They already finished everything there in Europe and in Asia as well, apparently. Damn, they got around to finishing that stuff off quickly. Okay, so grab all that in South America. Take all of this stuff. Okay, so there we go. That is what I am doing here. Leaving 3 countries in North America. I'll be cleaning up those borders and basically just selling all that extra land over to England. Taking all that, wiping out all this stuff over here. They'll get to keep some of their land over here, China itself, but all that I'm taking, getting all this over here, so it's just 1 country left in India basically. And yeah, next coalition, finish off South America and North America, which also made Europe, because I'm not keeping England around any longer after that. Same when it comes to Scotland. I'll take over the rest of India. Actually, you know, I might just make the next coalition the final one. Looking at things. It just depends on whether or not all these countries are actually going to be at war with me. Hopefully they will. Hopefully. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and get this stuff here done. My aggressive expansion is not actually over 100 currently. Alright. So I guess I'll be getting that dealt with first off. And I guess while I'm kind of going around getting some of this stuff done right here to get my aggressive expansion back over 100, I'll kind of take over some of these countries that I know will not be in a coalition, like the Maldives. And the same with Iceland up here. I'll just leave this group at that for now. And then I'll go and deal with those countries over there in the Americas. Actually, the Maldives would have actually been in a coalition because they controlled that stuff. Huh. Alright, sure. Now, let's go after this lot over here. And you, of course, have that country as an ally. Sure. Whatever. I guess I'll take them over as well. Why not? I'll definitely make my gross expansion go over 100. That's for sure. No, it's already over 100 as is, due to all the wars that I have started. Okay, so now that I got all of that dealt with, honestly, I'm not sure what's next when it comes to countries to take over. I guess for right now, I will wait and see if a coalition will form. And I think coalition forms at this point, I'll just go to war with all the other countries that are not in that coalition at this point and make it the final war, basically. Considering there really isn't anything left, to be honest. 2 countries in South America, 2 countries in North America, 2 countries in Europe, and then how many ever countries this is over here in Asia. It's mostly just countries there, and yeah. It's only a few countries overall, but there's a lot of small ones still kicking around. Okay, there we go. And that is the coalition formed. Who exactly is it that formed it? Oh, yeah, makes sense. They're second strongest in the world at this point, sure. Yeah, okay. So, I want to make sure that I'm at war with every single remaining country in the world at this point. So, let's go ahead and get that going. Let's go to war with the Japanese over there, and these few Chinese countries here. Okay, looking at that there, I think that should be every single country, considering there's only 30 total actually remaining at this point. So yeah, that should be everything that I'm at war with. Good. Imagine it's going to take a little bit before my armies actually go on the offensive, due to the amount of lands lost right here at the beginning of the war. Come on, we just need to take out this last little bit over here, and you'll have this country dealt with completely. And there we go. That is all that done. Nice. So now, my armies will be on the offensive against every other country in the world. Finally. Okay. Basically got everything in Japan completely occupied. Good. My army must get a good chunk of China dealt with as well. And that is everything in South America taken once again. Almost everything in North America's been taken. Alright, so there we go. That is all of the Americas dealt with. Still need to take more land off of Scotland's there before that's done. The army has gotten back over to here. They're finishing off all that. Okay. That is everything in Asia completely done. Nice. Okay, apparently that stuff got retaken. Okay. And I think that is actually officially everything finally under my control. There we go. So, yeah, there we go. Got this done. Took absolutely everything. And yeah, there we go. That was every single country wiped off the map. Great. So, yeah, that's there is this series here done now. Great. Let's go ahead and do this for no reason whatsoever, to be honest, at this point. I'm not going to bother with the generals, because that would take too long, I think. But, yeah, there we go. That there is this series here completed. Entire world under my control, with an exception to Greenland and a lot of these islands out here in the Pacific that for some reason never got colonized, which is not exactly normal. And I didn't even actually finish the tech tree here, surprisingly. This been quite a while since this has happened, where I managed to actually take over the entire world before finishing this. But yeah, there is the end of this series here. I already know what I'm going to be doing next time, which is playing as Catalonia over here on the 1440 scenario, so I can form the Catalonian Imperium, which is basically just the Western Mediterranean, pretty much. But yeah, that's the next series I'll be doing, so yeah. I hope you've all enjoyed this video here, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.